coming right up. Live coverage of the NBA here on. Looking now at the line for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the net starting five. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Brown in at the 2. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
But what good positioning by Nurkic. I mean, he has his shot all picked out. Just needed that feed.
Lillard against Harden. Durant way outside. That one, no good. And it's Portland the other way.
Yeah, and all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Jordan finds Brown. Back to Jordan. Brown outside. Just 5 to shoot. Durant, that's good.
Look, that's what's crazy about this guy. Inside, deep from 3. Still, he's deadly from mid-range. Durant is as good as anyone from that part of the court.
Now here's Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
But we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around. He's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Harden kicks to Brown. KD against Covington. Back to Brown. Stolen by McCollum. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Shots good by Durant.
As lanky as he is, you would think it'd be easy to throw Durant around or off balance, but nope. Even with contact, he'll still finish.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. It's hauled in by Brown. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. No good. Shot missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Here's Powell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
KD on the wing. Free throw line jump shot. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now, here's Lillard. The dish to Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. And Harden with the stuff.
Even with contact, the defense isn't enough to slow Harden. I mean, just a guy who gets it done on his drives to the rack.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard the pass to Pop. Lillard outside. Passes it to Nurkic. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone.
I mean, this guy is almost 7 feet. Durant runs the floor beautifully, knowing where to be at all times in transition.
Harden against Lillard. Outside Covington. Now here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. Clock at 6. To end the run. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Harden surveying the D from deep. The shot by KD. No good. And Lillard gets it to go. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Nets lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
Well, looking at this quarter, they should be. Another quarter like this, and they'll be riding high at halftime.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. So it's Brooklyn now. The Blazers getting the bucket. That one falls.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Here's Simons. Here's McCollum. He gets that one. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Irving kicks to Griffin. Irving surveying the floor. Oh, Griffin in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
An alley-oop maestro. Griffin is consistent at finishing off any lob thrown his way.
Here's Simons.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yes, yeah, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep you guessing.
Here's McCollum after Jeff Green's bucket. Inside. Anthony kicks to Kanter. Shoots over Griffin. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Enes Kanter.
Strong finish by Kanter. The contact doesn't seem to affect his mechanics at all.
Irving up top. That one goes. Count it.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Now McCollum. Here's Jones. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
For Brooklyn, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Irving finds Griffin, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie, that one made my day.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Stolen by McCollum. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Nets passing it around. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Simons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Portland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And Portland making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Landry Shamit's checked in for Brooklyn. Now, here is Irving. Pass to Shamet. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Irving kicks to Green. Back to Irving. With some arc. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. There's Hollis Jefferson over Green. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Cantor's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Irving misses.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Score of the basket is 3rd after 5 shots.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Irving. Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Outside Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Irving's got 8 points.
Love how strong Irving finishes. Awesome at fighting through the defense and sinking these shots.
Here's Simons. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson, Michigan. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were always within striking distance. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Harden. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in a 2-guard. Now here's Durant. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammates.
Lillard against Harden. Here is Lillard. Kicks to McCollum. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Basket counts. Nurkic has got his 2nd basket of the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Brown finds Harden. down.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
And Yusuf Nurkic missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Just 5 on the clock. Lillard from outside. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Portland.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Harden outside. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. He kicks to KD. Unloads from 13. Gets hauled in by the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Brown. And the basket by McCollum.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Pass to KD. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got 13 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And it goes down 2 points. 13 points in the game.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Harden with it. He's got 8. Now the pass to Durant. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 13. 59 seconds left to play here in the third. McCollum outside. The feed to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
And really, that's the brilliance of George. Just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. And Jones subbed in for McCollum. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu is checked in for Bruce Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. Green, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Irving for the lead. And he sinks the layup. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
I love the aggressive mentality. Irving is terrific at pouncing on any available lane to the basket.
Here's Jones. No good. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. It's the Nets. They lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Norman Powell. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
Simons lays it up and banks it in.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Here's Irving after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Shot from free throw range. Offensive rebound.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers, trailing by 4. Passes it to Powell. Cantor inside. Griffin on him. Here's Powell. Rejected by Harris. But they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Nets, Bruce Brown comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Now here's Harden. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Pass to Brown. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Shoots it, and they'll turn it over. Did not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Robert Covington's checked in for Norman Powell. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Bruce Brown. Three-pointer, Lillard, and stolen by Jordan. And now the fast break, Durant with the ball. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
When Durant dunks the ball, it's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
Here's Lillard. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Now here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down home.
Nobody takes more contact than Harden inside. Nobody's better at scoring through.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Anthony. And Jones subbed in for Robert Covington. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Now Jones, after the missed 3 from KD. Jones kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And stolen by Jordan. There's Shamet. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 6. Yes! And the foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Giles checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Nets leading by 3. Irving dishes to Durant. .106 left in the fourth. And then Durant with the dunk.
When things get tough, you start to lean on your stars, and Durant always seems to come up with a clutch shot.
Lillard scanning the floor, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Hard to believe Lillard missed out on a couple of All-Star selections. I mean, the seasons where he averaged over 25 points a game. Now, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Now here's Irving. Pass to Jordan. Down low. Now here's Shamet. He is guarded by McCollum. 5 to shoot. Here's Durant. It drops.
When you need a big bucket, you were looking for Durant every chance you get. He has delivered so many times in that situation.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And the Nets with possession. And Durant launches from deep. The rebound by Giles.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
So it's the Nets picking up the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Lopez in at center.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
to DiVincenzo. Giannis inside. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
Lillard misses.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter, just over a minute played. Powell down low, defended by Middleton.
Chris Middleton can guard multiple positions out there, and his defensive effort solid on that play.
Lets it go with a 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. And the powerful one-handed slam.
That's great signs to see Chris Middleton get up just like that.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Holiday against Lillard. There's the feed to Nurkic, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws here tonight. And he knocks down the first one.
Nurkic plays with a little bit of that edge, a little bit of moxie, and that toughness is something the teammates can rally behind.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Now here's Antetokounmpo. The pass to Lopez. DiVincenzo against McCollum. And Lopez gets it to go.
And this is the variety of ways Lopez can hurt you. He can be in the pick and pop. He could be in the roll. A lot of options from the big man.
Here's Lillard. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Passes it to McCollum. Now the dish to Nurkic. Lillard outside. The 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Forbes the pass to Giannis.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And stolen by Portis. Shoots from 8. And it's off the back rim, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. To the paint. A steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Middleton. Finished off the break.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Yep, that one goes.
You give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Bucks on top, up 4. And we'll get... And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo had...
I like to stay locked in to the game and focus.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of lift, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. McCollum passes to Jones. Back to McCollum. And that comes off the assist by Jones. McCollum's got 6 points.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Middleton looking it over. And the basket is good.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Trailblazers trail by 6. McCollum passes to Simons. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Dishes it to Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. Again, McCollum missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. McCollum outside. Pass to Carmelo. Pass to Kanter. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Kanter's got his first basket.
Well, this is the area where Kanter can really unleash his offensive arsenal. Difficult guy to defend inside.
And here's Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that one's good from Connaughton.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look now for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
The shot by Powell, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
A nice shot by Tucker.
That's exactly the shot they're looking for.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers, trailing here by 8. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And that one, good. Lillard's got his second bucket.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Holiday up top, covered by Lillard. And a wide open look for Portis. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but yeah, like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Portis in the post. He's against Cantor. And Holiday, here we go. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy. And good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Gets it off. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for us. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K, a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Teague, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Plenty of space, and he drops that one in. Middleton's got 8. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
A nice shot by Teague.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Lillard dishes to Covington. Lopez against Nurkic. The shot from the low post is good. 6 points for Nurkic.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike. And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Lillard against Teague. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Lillard. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be having 3 or 4 to start it off.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they had a lot have success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And for a guy who entered the league as a terrific free throw shooter, Damian Lillard is now among the elite of the elite from the stripe.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Jeff Teague. Harry Giles is checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Robert Covington.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Lillard outside. Takes a three. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. He kicks to Forbes. For the three. Rebounded by McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass. Giannis has got 10 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
It's McCollum on the wing for the tie. The offensive rebound. Headshot off. Bucks leading by 3. Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Makes it down to Middleton. Bangs home the trifecta. 11 points in the game.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
.58 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Lillard. 13 points in the game. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Takes the 13-footer. Portland grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Testament to the savvy of McCollum. The defender bites on his subtle move, then is left with no choice but to foul him.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The pass to Forbes. To the inside, Lopez. Excellent D from Cantor. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bucks lead by 2. And we're just moments away. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Portland, Hollis Jefferson is out there with Jones. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. 4-point game. Outside, Jones. It's McCollum on the wing. The shot comes out. The Bucks go the other way with it. Here's Forbes. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
It's deflected. Tucker the pass to Holiday. Back to Forbes. Outside Holiday. 6 to shoot. Mora, the pass to Holiday. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 4. And here's McCollum for 3. Sinks the triple.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That can change things.
Holiday surveying the floor. And the shot goes in.
Nice to see Drew Holiday just square up for that jump shot. Love to see him taking that one.
Here's Simons. McCollum right side. It's good.
Just a smooth, polished score. McCollum only scratching the surface of his immense potential.
Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here is Forbes. And he's fouled pretty hard up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Lillard, right side. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively. How about that shot by Middleton? Doesn't matter where it is in the game, he'll take that shot.
Lillard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Childs. The putback, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
Holiday against Lillard. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Covington kicks to Lillard. Portland needs to get off the shot. Basket, good.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic, big and blocking.
Here's Giles, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Giannis high post. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Giles kicks to Lillard. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Here's Milwaukee now. The lead is 2. Here's Holiday. The Lopez dishes to Middleton, and now they decide to foul intentionally. A different look for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
To tie it up. Money!
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Holiday with it. So Mike Budenholzer decides to take a timeout here. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. The score is tied at 48. Just 2 seconds left in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it!
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 2. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard from outside. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. And the starting lineups have concluded. So, hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Nets, they've got Kyrie Irving. Also, Landry Shamet is out there. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Giannis high post. Puts it up from 12. That one off the back iron and out. Throws it up high. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Irving attacking. KD against Middleton. Great D that time from Middleton. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Giannis gets it to go.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Irving. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Giannis passes to Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. The dish now to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 4 on the clock. Shamet with the steal. 2 on 1 as they jump out on the break. Here's KD. The rebound by Middleton.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn trailing. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
Now here is Holiday. And the pass to Giannis. Stolen away. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Inside, here's Holiday. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Here's Irving. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And it's Irving with the rebound. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Outside for Durant. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. Can't connect from short range.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Irving, and it's sent back by Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo finds Giannis. Lays it up off the glass. Giannis has got his second basket of the game.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
To the middle, here's Durant. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Middleton outside. No good on the triple. The shot, no good. Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Green is out there with Griffin. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Brown, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
The Bucks trail. Teague surveying the D. Outside Portis. Here's Nora. No good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Harris finds Irving. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got 8 here in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Teague, the pass to Portis. Back to Teague. Pass to Nora. 5 on the clock. Right side, Portis shoots over Griffin, and again the Bucks miss.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Count it, good.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The kick out to T. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Good on the shot. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Nora. Here's Portis, defended by Griffin. To stop the drought. Portis can't get it to go.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now here's Teague. It's stolen by Brown. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back there. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And that speed and athleticism of Griffin, a lethal combination when he's on the break.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Teague can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Kicks it to Forbes. Shoots over Brown, and it's blocked by Brown. Nets leading by 14. In the corner, Irving with it. The rebound by the Bucks.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
The shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got his first 2 points of the night.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard. Jeff Teague unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
Irving passes to Harris. Trying to get open is Irving. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Chalk up 2 there.
You know, we see this a lot from Tucker. Scores by overpowering the defender with his tremendous strength.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And Tucker kicks to Teague. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Teague's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That is Jeff Teague just using his speed to go right by the defender. Until you turn around, he's gone.
What a performance. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. That's all for now.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Harden outside. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Bucks trail by 12.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better. That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Now here's Harden. And Durant, here we go. And then Durant with the jam.
Where Kevin Durant has really grown is manipulating pick and roll, making the right read, and this guy just adapts and adjusts so quickly.
Harden against Holiday. He kicks it to Lopez. Back to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Antetokounmpo, no good. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
Here's DiVincenzo after the made shot from KD. And the rejection by Harden. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Durant's running and stolen by DiVincenzo. One-on-one here. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Harden finds KD. Tipped away. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. It's the Nets now. Jordan the pass to Claxton. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and up the court come the Bucks on the break.
And an incredible display of awareness there. Giannis, a great read on the defensive end and understands this team wants to run.
Now, here's Shamet, defended by DiVincenzo. Shamet, the pass to Claxton. 6 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Irving's checked in for James Harden. The Bucks also with the sub. Connaughton's checked in. Here's Irving. 18 points for him. Passes it to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. And no good. Good D by Lopez. Bucks trail by 10. Pushing it up. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. 10 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the transition D right now, just non-existent.
Irving against DiVincenzo. That's tipped. 1:14 left here in the third quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Irving with the rebound. Irving's got his 5th rebound in this one. KD passes to Claxton. Shamet on the wing. Nets passing it around. Middleton against KD. Great D that time for Middleton. One-on-one here. Here's DiVincenzo. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Nets leading by 8. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got his first bucket in this one.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease. Wow.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Irving. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, that's Kyrie right there. He draws so much defensive attention. Guys want to be physical with him, but this guy able to take contact so well for his size. You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in just the second half.
But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They've got Green, Harden out there with Brown. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The pass to Brown. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. Back to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Brooklyn now. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Was led by as many as 14 points.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Bucks trail by 10. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Harden surveying the D. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Durant comes in for Harris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Teague against Irving. Portis, the best in the world. Lock at 6. Portis kicks to Teague. Rebound, Brooklyn. Pass to Claxton. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Outside Durant. Pulls it from the elbow. Not going to go that time. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Portis, the pass to Tucker. Back to Portis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And it's good. 2 points. Tucker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Back to Irving. No good from outside. Bucks trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lets the 3 fly. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside Teague. Pass to Forbes. Left side Portis. No good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Irving for 3. But they'll get another chance. Here's Claxton. From outside, off the mark. Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Forbes. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Teague against Irving. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Portis. Teague kicks to Portis. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Teague against Irving. Passes to Forbes. Back to Teague from downtown. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. It's just about game time. The Blazers never look more confident than they do. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, we've got Brown. He's out there with Kyrie Irving. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. And here are the Nets. It's a 3-point game. Irving against Lillard. Got a piece of it and stolen by Lillard. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Irving. And it's Jordan atop the key. Powell with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
To the left side wing. Back to Irving. Durant in the corner. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Lillard. Outside, Covington. To the inside, Powell. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Powell's got his second bucket tonight.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
On the wing, Irving. Covered by Lillard. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Powell. And it's sent back by KD.
That extraordinary reach, combined with good timing, makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Robert Covington. Powell against KD. Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by the Nets. outside Durant. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Again, the Nets for 2. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Lillard finds McCollum, goes back up, and the layup is good.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Irving looking for an opening. Griffin passes to Irving. Over Lillard. Out to Harris. Outside Irving. Off target with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Leaps for it and out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Outside Irving. Five to shoot. Launches a 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Portland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Controlled from outside.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he
I look to the times where things are going well.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
They've got Griffin. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Irving at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. No good that time, and it's Portland the other way. Jones with it. Now Green defending. There's the pass to Cantor. Back to Anthony. Trying to find Cantor. Gets it to him. Count it. Cantor's got his first bucket of the night.
And really inside the paint is where Cantor thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
On the way, Harris. Outside Irving, and he makes good on the layup. Irving's got 5 now.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Covered by Irving. Great D that time from Irving. Nets trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
Looking strong to the finish. When Durant locks in on scoring, nobody's stopping.
Lillard outside. Inside. Covington kicks to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
McCollum against Brown. Durant down low. 7 points in the game. Off target from 3-point range. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Durant, good. It's Harden with the assist that time. KD's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Down low. All alone. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Johnson, and Irving subbed in for James Harden. Nurkic checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
And that's an intentional foul. The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. To the paint. Here's Lillard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for McCollum.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Harden kicks to Durant. It's good.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for the Trailblazers. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. 11 feet away. Gets a hand on it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Giles has got his first points of the game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Pass to Claxton. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Harden. And here's KD for 3. Damian Lillard pulls it in, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, you're kidding yourself if you think Durant is going to back down from the opponent. Man, what a strong finish there.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night here. 5 seconds left in the first half. And the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter best.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Kajitsky. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq, how do you think?
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Irving kicks to Brown. Pass to Claxton. Back to Brown. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. McCollum passes to Covington. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Lillard against Irving. It's up a 3. Lillard misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Irving dishes to Durant. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Irving's got 7.
You know, that goes back, I think, to playing with LeBron in their Cleveland days. Kyrie learned how to operate without the ball some.
Passes it to Powell. Takes the 3. But they recover it. Back to Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
McCollum against Irving. Good D by Covington.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And the basket by McCollum.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Lillard against Irving. Lillard with it. He's got 7. Here's Nurkic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Nurkic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Durant kicks to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Pops it up for Jordan. Doesn't go for him.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Outside Durant. And finished off by KD.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
McCollum outside. They grab their own miss.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Here's KD, and Covington sends it back.
Covington's reeks the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
McCollum outside. Pulls up from the corner. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. And so they foul intentionally. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Irving. 2 free throws come, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's Portland in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are popping. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Irving. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Griffin. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard. So that's the Nets 5. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
Here's Simons. Six to shoot. Powell for three. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And on the way from Irving for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Anthony. Left side, Jones. Over to the left wing. And it's Simons missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Irving passes to Shamet. And that one is off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
On the wing, Harris. Defended by Jones. Back to Griffin. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Griffin's got 4 this quarter.
Harris makes opponents pay in the pick and roll, guys, because he's an effective passer with tight handles.
To the middle, here's Anthony. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And the shot goes down. Irving's got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
So for the Nets, Johnson, he's checked in for Green, and James Harden has subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Portland. Powell, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. The 3, Cantor trying to free himself up. Brooklyn with the rebound. Johnson goes in. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul. Portland leading by 14. Here's Simons. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The pass to Powell. Shoots over Shamet. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Harris dishes to Johnson. Griffin. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Now Powell pulls it up. And that one goes long. Out to Harris. Pass to Johnson. The Nets working the ball around now. Harden with it. Hollis Jefferson's there.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Portland.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
Harden surveying the D. He dishes it to Griffin. Oh, Griffin in position. The shot misses. Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Beyond the arc. Brooklyn with the rebound. And he converts the layup.
How about the concentration? I mean, Harden is used to finishing past intense defense. There he goes, doing it again.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. To get dressed up for these guys, and they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1. Well, when Giannis has room to run, he is fun to watch. They get out in transition there.
We're about 1 minute into the first, and it's Lillard missing. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. 4-point game, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
The Bucks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable pop-up. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already. Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Lillard against Holiday. It's Powell on the wing. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 5. Shot to stop the run. Covington's shot is off. The Bucks have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. DiVincenzo with it. Now Covington defending. DiVincenzo against McCollum. The kick out to Lopez. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. The dish to Antetokounmpo. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Trailblazers trail by 9. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Connaughton passes to Tucker, and the layup's good off the glass. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
For the Trailblazers, Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Anthony. Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Milwaukee also making some changes. Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
Well, we just see this time and time again from Damian Lillard, a quality decision on the pick and roll.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Forbes. Here's Lillard. Fires the 3. Second chance shot. McCollum dishes to Kanter. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. From 10 feet out. No good off the back of the rim. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, compact and strong. Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
For 3, Middleton. The shot will not fall. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hollis-Jefferson passes to McCollum. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Middleton outside. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Lillard with it. It's McCollum on the wing. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now Middleton. And he makes that one. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting a show on, guys.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Bobby Portis. PJ Tucker is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the point. Here is Forbes. And the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Forbes. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Portis has got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Pass to Simons. And he banks in the layup.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Milwaukee leading by 9. Forbes the pass to DiVincenzo. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Portis, a shot missing. Excellent D from Cantor. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's Simons. Anthony finds Powell. Passes it to Simons. Misses from close range.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Giannis, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Outside Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Excellent screen and roll there by Holiday. He gets a great look at the rim and then calmly steps up and knocks it down.
Here's Simons. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Lopez with the steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Lopez against Nurkic. Anthony down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, you can't fall for that kind of shot fake if you're the defender. Melo selling it well and then finds his way to the free throw line.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. It's blocked. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance.
But beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
The kick out to Holiday. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Milwaukee the rebound. Outside Holiday. Middleton looking it over. Holiday against Lillard. And Lopez throws it down hard.
And that's about as flashy as you're going to see Brook Lopez get. What a play.
Now, here's Lillard. Right side, Covington to the inside. Kept alive. Nurkic. Second shot opportunity. Misses at the rim. Bucks leading by 12. Lets it go from 14. It's good on the putback.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Lillard outside. Kicks it to Powell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
And so it's Milwaukee. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They lead by 11. And you. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones, and it's Nurkic in at the center filling out the middle. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
I know CJ plays the two-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Giannis inside. Covington's there, and that one is good. Antetokounmpo's got 13 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lillard outside. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, that's an exclamation point right there. Lillard is a natural-born finisher.
And here's Holiday. Feeds it to Lopez. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 11. Launches it. It doesn't go for him. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Holiday dishes to Lopez. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Tucker, the pass to Connaughton. Back to Tucker. Outside Portis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Middleton's checked in. Holiday finds Portis. Excellent D from Cantor. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Trailblazers trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. Powell for 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The shot by Middleton, wide open, and the Bucks miss again.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks. Looking to get back on track here. They get it back.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
3-pointer. Forbes can't get it to go.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Teague with the ball. Now the pass to Nwora. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Nwora's got 4 this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now Lillard. fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The putback, and Cantor able to finish.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Out to the right wing. Nora, the pass to Forbes.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Powell. Lays it up off the glass.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Here's Teague. Pass to Forbes. Back to Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's McCollum. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Norkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Anthony. Bucks leading by 15. Now here is Holiday. He dishes it to Middleton. Inside and onto Tacumbo, slams it in.
And the athletic Middleton on that play snakes his pass right through the defense. That's a nice pick and roll.
1:53 left in the fourth. DiVincenzo against McCollum. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
For the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Norman Powell. Derek Jones comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bucks.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And that one drops for him. And the Bucks lead by 15.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Jones. And again, it's Portland converting.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Outside Holiday. Yep, it counts.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. Downtown Milwaukee is short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Brown out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And here is Irving. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Milwaukee now. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Uses the glass to finish the layup. KD's got his second basket.
Boy, if you allow Kevin Durant to play in space, in transition, you can turn the lights out.
Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. He can't get it to go. Good D by Irving. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Brown the pass to Claxton. Durant deciding where to go with it. Claxton with the bucket.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday. 5 on the clock. Double team on Holiday. He kicks it to Middleton. Shoots over KD. That one a little long.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Irving. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
Outside Holiday. Giannis inside. Rebound Brooklyn. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And he gets the bucket. Durant's got his 3rd basket of the night. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing by 5. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. The pass to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Now here is Irving. .106 left here in the opening quarter. And he gets it to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Holiday against Irving. Here's DiVincenzo. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Irving against Holiday. Passes it to Claxton. Now here's Irving. Guarded closely. Jordan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Bucks trail by 5. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Irving against Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. Down low. Lopez passes to Holiday. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Kicks it out to Harden. Got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Griffin. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving at the point guard.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Here's Irving following the basket by Chris Middleton. Oh, Griffin in position. Here's Middleton, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Middleton's got 7.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
Here's Irving, and it's blocked. One-on-one fast break. Here's Portis, banked in off the glass. Portis has got his first points in this one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Harden kicks to Griffin. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. He can't get that one to fall.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Here's Irving, and the shot goes in. Irving's got his third basket of the night right there.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here is Forbes, covered by Irving. Here's Portis. That one rolling around and rims out. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Oh, Griffin in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I feel like they could execute this play in their sleep. Griffin, one of the premier alley-oop finishers in the league.
Inside, Tucker the pass to Portis. Middleton up top, guarded by Harris. The rebound by the Nets. Irving attacking. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Irving. Tucker can't get it to go.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. Portis kicks to Forbes. Pass to Connaughton to halt the run. And that one hits back iron. Brooklyn leading by 7. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here is Forbes. Three-pointer. And the Bucks miss again.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And the jam by Harden.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
So it's the Bucks now. After the basket by Brooklyn, here's Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Connaughton passes to Portis. Stolen by Harden. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Kevin Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Nets.
Harden right side. And the rejection by Giannis. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. .26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Lopez outside. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Lopez. There's the dish to Antetokounmpo. Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's Giannis missing. 4 seconds left. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, the length and size of Kevin Durant make him a prime target on the interior. So good at forcing the issue close to the basket.
And so he makes both from the line.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At its highest, their lead topped. And that
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Here's Irving after Drew Holiday's score. Irving dishes to Brown. Back to Irving. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 9-point game. From 10 feet out, the shot by Holiday, no good. The Nets shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Outside, KD. Back to Irving. 6 to shoot. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez twice on the pipes. He has the length to do this every time on the defensive end.
James Harden, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Now here is Holiday. And it's blocked by Jordan. Outside, KD. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja. Both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Jordan sends it back.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Now here's Giannis. Count that one. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
And guarding Giannis on the interior, no easy task. He's got ways to score over, under, and through you.
Jordan against Lopez. Right side, Kevin Durant. And the dunk by Jordan.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Bucks trail by 9. A nice shot by Tucker.
Boy, this guy just giving it everything he has. Tucker doing major damage in transition.
Irving surveying the floor. Count that one. 8 points for him.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Outside Holiday. Outside Portis. They get the rebound. Holiday gets the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Irving. 8 points for him. Dishes it to Griffin. To the paint. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Holiday with the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
Teague with the ball. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Nets leading by 11. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. Then there's Griffin. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard position. Back to Irving. Bobbed up there for Green. 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. No good from Irving. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at a 40% all in all for the game. Tucker the pass to Portis. The 19-foot shot. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Griffin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On its way from Irving for 2. It's not going to go for him.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch. everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Portis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Poke loose. Stolen by Middleton. Fast break, Milwaukee. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing, possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Irving against Holiday. Looking to end its cold spell. And there's the nice layup by Irving. And the Nets lead by 7.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Giannis inside. He's against Green. It's good.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Here's Irving. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Landry Shamit's checked in for Brown. And James Harden has subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Brooklyn leading by 4. Now here's Harden. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And that one, good.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Griffin with some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, we've seen that a time or two from Mr. DeAndre Jordan. Nice, easy finish with that dunk.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot's good. Antetokounmpo's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Harden with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. On the wing, Harris. Back to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Over Holiday. Harden's shot is off.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Antetokounmpo counters.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Now Harden. And good that time. And the Nets lead by 6.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Giannis high post. Griffin's there. Here's Giannis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
The Nets making a switch here. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. From 13, he can't get that one. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.